Alright, guys, so I'm going to be doing a review of an entire comic run real fast, and that is Black Widow by Kelly Thompson. This comic was sent to me by my friend Chris, who's been starting the Marvel Haul. So yeah, thank you once again, Chris. This was one of the first books he sent. He also sent me, and I will be rather than do it like do every review of the books simultaneously. I'm gonna like break them up, but basically he sent me volumes 5 through 8 of the Ben Percy run of Wolverine, which will be coming to a close. I think the last trade for volume 9's the end of the run is in August. So yeah, so Chris stuck to his word that he was gonna send me the entire run of Ben Percy's Wolverine. For this series. Anyway, but for right now, we're going to talk about Black Widow, which was one that really surprised me. Kelly Thompson is a writer I've known, and I don't really have a lot of her work, but I do like it. And also, this does kind of give me some insight for her upcoming Scarlet book, because she is writing the Scarlet miniseries for the Energon verse. And yeah, after reading this, my mind is way like I'm way more excited now. Not to say I wasn't like, oh, Kelly Thompson's writing Scarlet. Bleh. I was more like, oh, cool, Kelly Thompson's writing Scarlet. Cool. And then I read this, and my dumbass didn't make the connection. Like, oh wait, Thompson's writing the Scarlet miniseries. If this book has made me all the more excited now to read that Scarlet book in trade. Because Thompson, in my opinion, literally got everything. Like, she is, after reading this, she's the perfect person to not just write Scarlet, but I really do think I really do believe Thompson should get a G.I. Joe book. I don't know if she'll get the main G.I. Joe book when they finally do it, because they haven't really announced a G.I. Joe in the Energon verse so far. There isn't really a G.I. Joe team. It's just Duke and a few friends, a Duke and a small squad. They did reference that Hawk does have other Joe teams that are like little cells here and there, but we don't have a main G.I. Joe book. So I imagine Scarlet's going to be a part of that. But I really hope we give Thompson a G.I. Joe like a ongoing G.I. Joe comic, because this was perfect. Anyway. So, sadly, this only ran for 15 issues, and I'm kind of also curious to read her Deadpool after this. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. So, the story is set up in 3 story arcs, but the main crux of it is, and it all goes back to the first story arc, where Natasha has been kidnapped by a cabal of some of her worst enemies, and basically, they mind wipe her and give her the perfect life. Like, it's very much like the Superman story for the man who has everything. It's quite literally the man who has everything, but more of a like a Black Mirror kind of version of it. Basically, like, instead of like putting a plant on her chest, they actually give her the perfect life and wipe her memory clean. But at the same time, Hawkeye, Yelena, and Bucky are like now aware that Natasha's gone missing, and there's even a moment where they're like, do we even want to save her from this? Like, she's happy. Like, Natasha's never been happy in her life. And it all is going well until Arcade and another villain from the Mark Waid Black Widow run basically goes, we're gonna kill her. And then everyone's like, and then Madam Hydra has the best reaction ever. You fucking killed us all. Like, we had her. I just, like, Madam Hydra is like talking to the other characters, the other villains who are like weeping lying again from the Mark Waid Black Widow run, which I haven't read. Arcade, Red Guardian, and I forget the other one. Snapdragon, who's kind of like Marvel's Lady Shiva. The best way I could just explain her. But yeah, they're all like talking, and Madam Hydra Viper's just like, I just wanted her off the board. I don't care. Like, this was to get rid of her. If we tried to, because we did this. We've tried multiple times to kill her. Just give her a perfect life and be done with it. Wash your hands of it. But you fucking idiots ruined it. So after that, after being given the perfect life and being forced to give up the perfect life, it's now affected Natasha mentally, And now, rather than be a, stone cold loner, she's now like building a team and building a family of her own in San Francisco. Yeah, it was San Francisco. But yeah, so it's because if Marvel has taught me anything, if Marvel has taught me anything, it's that that if a character needs a fresh start, they just go west. They just go to California. Can we just do it? Like, I feel like the only characters that have really, like, if they wanted to go somewhere else, they didn't go to California, they went somewhere else, was like Kane during the Scarlet Spider run where he went to Texas. And I think, like, that's it. I can't think of another character that didn't go to California to rebuild themselves. Can we just have, like, a character? I don't care if they go west. How about we have a character go to, like, Seattle or fucking Oregon, or even, like how about, I don't know, New Mexico or Arizona? Kane I think is the, well, no, Ben Reilly, before he became Chasm, he went to Las Vegas for a bit. So that's all I could. The Spider characters, the only ones who seem to not go to California. Anyway, so yeah, so the rest of the story involves Natasha dealing with that loss and learning from that trauma, and also alongside Yelena, team up with some new characters, like a character who gets electric powers named Lucy. They also have Arena Corazon, aka Spider Girl, which is really cool. I always love seeing Arena here was a lot of fun. So it was nice to see that character who doesn't get a lot of love get a lot of love here. We also get Kate Bishop, aka the best Hawkeye. Don't fight me on that. You know it's true. You know Kate. Not to disrespect Clint, but Kate Bishop is like goated. And it's a really cool story. There are some plot threads that sadly didn't get finished because you can clearly see this comic got cut out from under it. I feel like this comic I wish she got at least a few more issues, because this really ends with some open plot threads involving like Red Guardian and also the Natasha's life that she had after the villains brainwashed her. There's a lot of like stuff that didn't get finished, and I feel bad for that. But hopefully, like, over at Marvel, Kelly Thompson can get, like, after the Scarlet book, I really hope she gets a G.I. Joe book. I am praying she gets a full-on G.I. Joe book. Like, I would love to see her write, not just, like, female characters. I want to see her, like, because she did do Deadpool, and I think she's done some male characters here and there at Marvel. But I really want to see her get, like, a full team that's like this. Hell, if she goes back to Marvel, I would love to see her get Secret Avengers. If we ever brought the Secret Avengers title, I would love to see her get Secret Avengers. But yeah. So, yeah. I highly recommend this entire series. You can get the entire run in this book, which is about $35. But yeah, I like Marvel when they do these complete collections with these small runs. It's kind of nice. It's really nice. I also have, and this one I got myself off of Thrift Books, was the entire run of Black Panther: Man Without Fear. That's when T'Challa was protecting Hell's Kitchen after Daredevil went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in Shadowlands. But yeah, I highly recommend this series. I'm so excited now. I'm even more excited to read Scarlet from Kelly Thompson. Go check out this book. You don't really need a lot of like major knowledge for Black Widow for this, because it adds in some new characters and really doesn't delve too deep. It does delve into some stuff, but not too deep into Black Widow's lore, and actually adds to it. But anyway, so once again, thank you to my brother Chris for sending me this comic, and other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.